friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming with the newest launch from Alter Ego. This is their Mirage palette and the brand kindly sent it my way, so if you guys are nosy, then just keep watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. If you like a channel that is uploading all the time, then this is the place for you. Highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, I'm really excited to be playing with this new Alter Ego palette. This is the Mirage palette, and if you guys are not familiar with this brand, they are known for duping high-end and luxury eyeshadow palettes. I feel like I've been so behind on their releases. They do send them to me, but their last palette I received quite late, and so I wasn't able to do a video, and this one actually showed up before the launch, so I'm able to film with it, and I'm so excited because I did grab the palette they're trying to dupe, which is the Huda Beauty Empowered palette, and I was able to swatch side by side. Now, let's go ahead and clear the air. I know not everybody loves dupe brands. It's a tough one for me as well because I want, of course, brands to get what they deserve. If they create a color story, I want the brand to get credit for that. But I also realize I'm not the only YouTuber on earth that does these comparisons, and I'm happy to give people options, especially when it comes to price. I know it's tough out there, there's a lot of makeup launching, but we can't all afford the same things, and so I think this is a nice alternative. Now, I hope you guys are seeing all of the close-ups and swatches I did, but basically I swatched the Mirage shade first, and then I swatched the closest shade that I could find in the Huda Beauty palette right next to it, and you'll see all the mattes together and then all the shimmers. I didn't feel like I could find exact dupes for every matte shade, so I did the best I could. I'm sure there'll be other people out there that sit here and dissect every shade, and maybe if I had more time I could do that, but I only have an hour to film this video, so I'm trying to get through it as quickly as I can. So I swatched all the matte shades and then I did all the shimmers. I felt like there were an equal amount of shimmers in both palettes, so they were pretty close. And I have not put this palette on my eyes yet. I am going to create a look with it, but it's been a minute since I tried an Alter Ego palette. And also keep in mind, this is an older palette. Like I've had this, I think this was our last holiday palette. So this is a year old-ish. And my hot take, the Alter Ego palette actually swatched just as good, if not better, than the Huda palette. So now I'm like really curious, right? Because I'm like, wait a second, what? Like that is bananas. I was not expecting that because I have some of the older Alter Ego palettes, like when they did the Artemis palette, and they've done a few others. I'm not even sure of the names, but I have them. And it's been a hot second, and now I'm just like, have I been sleeping on this quality? I'm shocked. I'm actually really shocked at how beautifully the Mirage palette swatched, to the point where I thought some of the shades actually look better than the Huda Beauty palettes. That's just my first impressions, just based off of the swatches, and the two cream shades in this palette actually swatched way better than the Huda palette. So yeah, I'm very, very curious to put this on my eyeballs. So let's go ahead and create a look. So I'm grabbing a ColourPop brush, and we're gonna go into the shade called Endless, which is a really pretty dark brown, and I'm just gonna put that on the outer corner and just kind of get the look started. It has been a hot second since I did a neutral look on my channel, so I'm very, very excited because I do love a really nice dramatic neutral eye look, so I'm here for it. I don't think I'm gonna try out the cream, honestly, just because I'm not really feeling it, but I am gonna create a look that I enjoy. So just putting that shade in the outer corner, that blended so well. It's so beautiful, so opaque. Things are looking good so far. Okay, next I'm gonna go into the shade called Bush. This is like one of my favorite shades to wear when it comes to neutrals. It's like that terracotta deliciousness, and it's so perfect for my skin tone. So I'm just blending that into the rest of the crease. Okay, so far so good. Now we're going to try the shimmers on my eyes, and then I'm going to fix the rest of the outer corner and the crease and stuff like that. So let's decide what shade we're going to use. All of these metallics honestly swatch beautifully. I am so shocked, you guys. I'm so surprised because I thought I knew Alter Ego's quality when it came to their stuff, and I just hadn't, you know, been able to catch up and actually film with them. But now that I got this palette in advance and I actually got to sit and swatch it, I'm like blown away. So I'm going into the shade Heat, which is a beautiful copper. And I just know it's going to look so good with the shades I put on my crease. And I'm just running that all the way, all over the lid. Do you guys see the pigment on my eyelids right now? This is bananas. I'm so shook. I don't have any information on how much this palette is going to be, but I am pretty sure it's not going to be as pricey as the palette that they're trying to dupe. So if you've always eyed that color story, I would honestly steer you in the direction of this palette, because even if you can afford the other brand, I mean, listen, I'm shocked. I am so shocked at how good this is. Okay, so that is looking perfect. I'm gonna line the waterline, and then we're gonna do the lower lash line and then throw something in the inner corner. Okay, so I did throw on my Makeup by Mario black eyeliner. Now I have my clean Sigma pencil brush, and we're gonna do the same thing we did on the crease in the lower lash line. So I'm gonna start off with the shade Bush, and I'm gonna just run that on the lower lash line all the way up until basically the end. And I'm just blending that. Okay, I really like how that's looking. And then I just want to throw in the shade Clay, which is this light shade. And I'm going to just use a matte shadow as the inner corner highlight because I don't have a shimmer shade that's light enough. So I'm just going to use a matte shade because you can use the light matte shade as a inner corner highlight as well. I know that I got the Alter Ego palette that's a dupe to the Retro Glam, and I actually ended up putting that in my last giveaway. And now I'm like, wait a second, I should have tried that palette. But you know what? I didn't really love that color story, so I'm happy for it to go to somebody that might actually end up getting some use out of it. But if that palette is as good as this one, holy Santa Claus, maybe I should just buy it. Okay, you guys, eye look is done. I just need to do something with this hair, throw on some earrings, and I'll be right back to give you guys my first impression thoughts on the Alter Ego Mirage Palette. Okay, friends, so here is the finished look. What do we think? Let me know down in the comments. You guys know I love hearing your first impressions when you see everything finally come together. Now, before I get into my final thoughts, let me show you what else is on my face today. So I have just been like living for this foundation combo, and I'm actually making a really good dent in my Juvia's Place foundation. So happy about that, but I've just been mixing these two. I've been trying to mix a little less though, because the one day I filmed with it, I think I did too much foundation. And I think today I did the perfect amount. It was like 1 squirt of each and like a good mix, because a little bit with both of those foundations goes a really long way. Gucci concealer because it was just sitting up here, and of course I did use my Huda Beauty color corrector as well because these eye bags are designer. And then for bronzer, I did pull out my Chanel bronzer, so I used that again. And then for blush and highlighter, I decided to switch it up, and I grabbed the Glamlite and Scooby-Doo blush, and I used this like hot coral shade. I love it so, so much. And then I paired it with the Unearthly Get Groovy duo from the Summer Mystery Box. So that beautiful orangey highlighter you see on my cheeks is these two products combined. So lovely. And then for my lip shade, I got to reach into my lip collection and pull out a color that I love so, so much. These Alter Ego liquid lipsticks came out a long, long time ago. Well, I guess in makeup years they came out a long, long time ago. This is the shade Intrigue, and it's a beautiful terracotta brown nude shade. Love this so much. Such a comfortable formula as well. I know I've talked about them on my channel before. The Alter Ego liquid lipsticks and their eyeshadow brushes are also really good. So yeah, I just wanted to throw in that recommendation if you're wanting a lip color. But that is everything that I used on my face today. Now let's go ahead and talk about this palette. Now I feel like I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but this is really good. Like, I am so pleasantly surprised. Like, I don't think I was expecting it to be bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be like so smooth, so easy to blend, and the metallics just are so beautiful. They foiled on my lids so nicely. I feel like the rest of them are also going to work really well together. So if you're in the market for a beautiful neutral palette, this is awesome. This is awesome. I love it so much. I know some people buy the Alter Ego versions if they're like traveling and they don't want to break their, you know, original version of a palette. I don't know. I'm not trying to justify any of your makeup purchases for you, but like I said, if you're looking for a solid neutral palette, oh my gosh, this has like, it gets like 4, 5, 10 thumbs up because it's really good. I'm very impressed. So yeah, that is everything that I wanted to say. Like I mentioned at the start of this video, this palette was sent to me from Alter Ego. I do have an affiliate code. It's Karen10, so I believe you save 10% on the Alter Ego website, and I will make a small commission as well. That's everything for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!